So first the down the line view here. The start is a bit too flat here. The club head is following a flat path here. Then eventually what happens is you have to lift it up later. So always when the club head goes a bit flat here, eventually you try to lift this up, then you are lifting the right elbow.
Okay.
Then the club goes to a crossover alignment, as you can see here. And then, in the backswing, try to have more throwing the club head and then follow a bit the higher path here.
Okay.
If the club head goes a bit higher, then you have natural shallowing, then you have a reasonable plane here.
Okay.
But when you start the flat, then always you lift this. Okay. Unless you lift it this way here, keep the elbow here, then easily you start from here, and then later, if this is lifted, the club head goes to the crossover alignment.
Okay.
Yeah. So try to bring it a bit higher.
Okay.
So have the image of a line here, and then try to move the club head along that line, straight line here. When you start that way, then the club head will go a bit steeper path.
Okay. Now I kind of kick under and flip.
Now here, so you're in this position, but this backswing is really big.
Yeah.
It's because you're slim and you have a lot of flexibility, but your backswing is a bit too big.
I agree.
Instead of relying on the range of motion, you have to use the muscles here.
Okay.
So later we'll try to speed up the backswing a little bit.
Okay.
When you have a faster backswing, then in order to stop this, you will have to engage the muscles on the opposite side to slow this down actively. So with that, you can prevent excessive.
Okay. Yeah, I don't feel anything on like this side hardly ever.
So then, on the way down, a lot of body turn here.
Yes.
So you're dropping the hands here, and then your body is sliding here, and then you're pushing this.
Yes.
So if you look at the finish position,
Already on my toes.
this actually puts a lot of burden on your spine here. Okay? And then, because you are sliding the pelvis early this way, so your right heel leaves the ground early, then you cannot use the right leg that well in producing the torque here.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are sliding the pelvis quite a bit. Dropping this to the side here, you're sliding the pelvis, then the right toe is already, the heel is already off the ground. With that, turning quite a bit here. That puts we both the acceleration phase and deceleration phase are sort of risk factors. So if you try to accelerate too quickly, or you try to slow down the body too quickly, they both can cause trouble in the body. And particularly in your case here, the finish position is a bit too extreme here. You see? Then your left foot has to turn quite a bit here. If your foot stays there, then you cannot really slide the pelvis that much.
Okay.
So in order to slide the pelvis, your foot is turning like this. So this is somewhat excessive. So you have to use your muscles better.
Okay.
And then go to the rear view here. So what I see is that your backswing is quite slow here. Slow, and then also it's pretty excessive here, right? And then on the way down, you see you're dropping this, and then already is the right side of the pelvis is going in like this. And as I said, you see the foot here, left foot.
Yeah.
is turning, and this is also quite excessive here. So a good range of motion is actually an advantage, but if you rely too much on it, then it becomes excessive. Okay. So when you reach the end of the range of motion, then it puts a burden on the connective tissues around the joint.
Okay.
So you have to stay within a reasonable range of motion. And then in the backswing, your lower body is fairly quiet, and then it's pretty much the backswing is done by the shoulder turn, upper body turn here.
I've been trying to not open my hip up as much coming back because I know I've been swinging flat.
In order to do that, you actually have to.
I've been doing like
In order to do that, you actually have to speed up the backswing instead of try to control the.
I feel like my hips are
The
coming this way
rotation.
when I'm trying to. I've been trying
When you have a faster motion, active faster motion, then try to
to-
go down, you cannot turn that much.
I never feel like I never land like on this foot. Like, I never feel pressure. In my
Because
foot.
your pelvis is sliding here,
Yeah.
so everything is collapsing here instead of a push and then finish like this. So for that, you need to have a stepping like rhythm,
Okay.
and then you have to use the muscles more actively so that not only you have active acceleration but also active deceleration, then this will automatically limit the degree of backswing here. If you just rely on your range of motion here, go as much as possible. And from there, by sliding and then pushing this in, try to double hard. That's your strategy. But instead, active motion and then throw. Active motion and then throw. With this, you will be able to activate the muscles better. You don't have to go to that extreme positions. Particularly in this side, this is a bit too much. When you keep doing this, then you will develop low back problem. Already?
Little.
Yeah, because it's excessive.
Yeah.
And you have to use the legs more actively here to drive this motion and then throw and then stand on this instead of slowly bring this as much as you can. And from there, sliding this, dropping, and then try to push this in all the way. Yeah, I can feel. So for this, you need to develop a more rhythmic motion. Okay. So let's start with the wrist stick here.
You want the back shoe?
Yeah, there. Now, let's try to swing the wrist stick. The goal is to generate high pitch wrist sound.
Okay.
But in doing that, instead of using the arms here and everything, try to use the muscles within the trunk here.
Cool.
So in the backswing, try to have a good wind up by developing this coiling here. And on the way down, also using the coiling and then throw here. Okay? Throw. So let's try to swing. You can start from here and go. So you are stopping it a little bit here. Try to relax the wrist a little bit, and feel the motion of the white ball here. So while you are developing tension in the trunk here, so in order to develop that tension, the turn should come from the trunk here, and then as you develop this coiling, you will feel that the tension is developing. So using that tension here, throwing it here. But when you throw, have the feel of snapping. Yeah. Instead of pushing and sliding here. So try to snap and turn here. Another thing is that on the way down, your arm is coming down this way, but try to bring it in front of your body. So start from this side, and then it is called the trigger motion. Trigger and bring it back, and then swing and then turn around. So instead of pushing the pelvis this way, just try to have the feel of turning around. Now, at the top of the backswing, still your stick is showing crossover alignment. So you need to drop the club head more behind your body. Yeah, so for you, almost like a layoff. Yeah, intentional layoff. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, that plane is a lot better in terms of backswing. So from there, on the way down, instead of dropping this way, try to just turn around. So bring the elbow in front of your body and turn around. Yeah. And then make the backswing more active so that you can have good coiling. So because you dropped it here, so it hit the ground. Yeah. So when you drop this side here, automatically this happens here. So instead of dropping this, have the feel of more turning around. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Now the plane is getting better. And also on the way down, instead of trying to put a lot of effort on that side here, in the downswing, try to put effort here. Okay. So imagine a drum here, okay? And then you're hitting the drum on this side. So on the way down, hit the drum here, and then just let it go. Instead of try to hit something on this side here. Okay. So currently, the reason why you have excessive follow-through motion is because you have the image of hitting something on this side. But instead, hit it here, and then just let it go. And then so the lead arm is leading the club here, right? And going this way instead of dropping it here. Do not drop the lead arm down and then turn this way. Rather, let it go. As if in the downswing, after the downswing, you're pointing the club to the target here. Okay? Throw this way and then continue this instead of dropping it here and then going this way.
Am I swinging too far in?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's because you're putting a lot of effort on this side. Okay. But if you put more effort this side, they hit the drum here, and then after that, just let it go. Just let it go. The trigger should be more active. That's better, that's better. Now still it's coming down too much here. So you're swinging this way here. Yeah, so let's do this. So this is the target line here. I'll stay on this side. Try to swing it and throw it this way. But if you start low here, then your body has to move this way quite a bit. So instead, just try to turn around. The swing plane went this way. This way. So make it simple. Image an expressway. So from the top of backswing to impact position, just to go straight instead of drop here and then try to do something. That's a detour. So let's go to the top. Let's go to the top. So let's say your club head is here, okay? Then from here to the impact point, in one action you are throwing it here. But if you drop this here and then try to turn, it's a two-step motion.
Okay.
But instead from here, directly throw it toward the target here. Swing plane is going that way. Bring the swing plane this way. So let's do this. Reach out a bit more. So I will introduce a target here. This will be a bit too far, but so what? And then hit the line, yeah, with your heel here, and then aim this line here. Okay. So you need to reach out this way a bit more. Yeah. Still, you are dropping the right side, so the left side is lifted, but instead here. So from here, just to bring it in front of your body and then try to turn this way and stand on the lead leg here, instead of sliding the pelvis. As soon as you do this, then you are dropping this. So no dropping, and just to try to turn around. That's better, that's better. Now, bring the hands a bit higher in the backswing.
Still lay it off sort of feeling too?
Yeah, bring the hands a bit higher. In order to do this, instead of just lifting the arms here, try to bring the shoulder high, right shoulder higher here. Okay. So then you should have a little bit reverse pivot posture here. And then this will be going this way here. Okay.
Reverse like this, pretty much.
So yeah. So slide reverse pivot posture, and then bring the right shoulder higher, and then drop the club head behind your body. And then now let's work on the forearm motion here. In the wrist and forearm, we have a lot of range of motion here. Wrist has two motions, this motion here, and then this motion here. So this is called the deviation. This is radial deviation, ulnar deviation. This is palmar flexion, dorsiflexion. But we have one more motion, which is this one, pronation, supination. You have to use this one. So the reason why you want to come this way is because your motion is mainly this motion here. Try to pull this here. Instead, try to use a pronation of the right arm here. Then your hand will come more in front of your body.
It's like as you turn, pronated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this here, instead of just dragging it this way here. So let the head go around your body.
Okay.
You have that feel. Then, yes. Yeah. So in order to do this here, then your hand here, arm shows a supinated position here. From here, pronation here.
I feel like my club face is way up and come on.
And then still you are dropping that side. So let's do this. When you do a trigger motion, in the trigger motion here, this side here, when you trigger motion, do this here.
More flat.
Yeah, it's more flat. Okay. Then this is the plane you want to follow in the downswing. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So your goal is then now turning this way instead of just slide and then try to drop this here. And then the difference will be when you turn this way here, you will be able to stand on the lead leg better. So you have to stand on the lead leg here. So do not move the foot like this. Okay, try to keep it there and simply roll it that way. And then as you swing, as you pronate the forearm here, try to kick the ground with the left leg and then kick and then stand. Then the left leg will support your body better. So in the backswing, bring the hands higher by bringing the shoulder higher, and also have a little bit of a layoff. So they keep the club head a bit lower. If the club head goes higher, then it becomes a crossover. So even if the backswing is relatively large, but if the club stays parallel to the swing plane, then that's okay. But if compared to the hands, if the club head is deviated more from the swing plane, then regardless of the size of the backswing, it's always crossover. So you have to keep the hands and the club head fairly similarly away from the swing plane. For that, in your case, you have to drop the head a bit more here. And then use the try to bring the right shoulder higher in the backswing. And also here, look at this. In the backswing, your tendency is you go quite high here. In your original swing, go quite high, and then all the way here and coming this way here. But if we used forearm actively, now you have a supination motion here. With supination, naturally the club goes here. So you'll have a bit more wrist cog at the top here. So your hand does not have to go backward too much. Without this, still you will have enough backswing motion.
Like width, like you want to be wide.
No, it's too much. For you, it's too much. So if you look at the video you sent to me, in the backswing, you're almost going like this, without much wrist motion here. Too much here. But at this point, the club should be here. And then here, instead of, because of this, you're turning this quite a bit here. But if you have the feel of supinating the forearm here, then from this supination here, with supination, you will prevent the club going high. It'll be dropped back here. You can also keep the right arm more in front of your chest instead of going back quite a bit. So in the backswing, use this active supination motion. Yeah.